Hey Gemini, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot, here to do a weekly reading for you for the week of, August 4th through the 9th or 10th. Okay, so this week we're going to take a look at, is this person, whoever you're thinking about, do they have the potential to be the one? Okay, so we're going to take a look. All right. It is very early. Barney was all snuggled up in his chair upstairs, and I asked him if he wanted to come down and be a part of the reading, and he definitely came down. So he is here too. All right. So that's that. All right, so this reading, each card has a designated question, okay? And we're going to take a look at everything, and then we're going to use some oracle cards to figure out where we need to clarify, okay? So the first card here is, does this person have the potential to be the one? So let's see what we have here. The moon. So first off, this is card of Pisces, right? So you could be dealing with a Pisces. As far as whether or not this person is or could be the one, it feels like it's kind of in the dark right now. It feels like this information might feel hidden to you. But the reason that that feeling might be coming up is because you might have some type of fear around something when it comes to this connection. You might have fear of certain information. You might be in the process of getting to know this person, or this person in some way might be keeping you in the dark. This has a very unknown quality to it. But let's see what else comes up here. All right, the next card, is there a possibility of commitment? All right, so we have the Empress in the reverse. This can be a card of Libra or Taurus, right? When this card is in the upright, it's about, this can be the divine feminine. This can mean that this is your ideal person, ideal feminine. You might feel very nurtured by this person. In some way here with this card in the reverse, you might be, or this person might be trying to take a shortcut in some way. A shortcut, like not dealing with whatever it is that's unknown, whatever it is that we can't see, whatever it is that feels in the dark. I almost feel like we're kind of skirting around that. And this feels to me like this person might be very comfortable with a long-term connection, but I don't feel like this person is extremely comfortable talking about commitment. They might be keeping their feelings really hidden from you. This might be a conversation or a subject that you approached at some time with them, and they might have redirected. I don't feel like this person is extremely comfortable with commitment. All right. So is there a possibility? I guess there's always a possibility. But right now, this person doesn't feel comfortable with commitment. So what are the conflicting influences here? All right, we have the World. Okay, so, when we're talking about conflicting influences, this could be you and your person. What is it that you might have conflict about? You know, I feel like both of you have a different way that you define relationship, or the way you define connection, the way you define somebody being in your life. You have a very strong idea of what it looks like to you. They have a very strong idea of what it looks like to them. It really feels like there would need to be a really in-depth conversation here, because the way that you come together, the way it's satisfying for both of you, I feel like that's where the conflict is, okay? This might be a situation where both of you may not be great communicators, okay? Or one or both of you, you know, on a day-to-day basis, kind of change your thinking. Change your thinking about the connection. One day you might say, yeah, this is the one. The next day you might say, no way. It's like there's kind of that feeling to it. So as far as favorable influences here between the two of you, wow, we have the Lovers, and this is your card. So, you know, I feel like this person might say, Gemini is the one for me. I am extremely attracted to Gemini. You know, I feel this connection very strongly right now. Talking about the future, this might be a very, very new connection. So, you know, it might be putting, you know, the cart before the horse a little bit to be talking about potential commitment at this point. I don't feel like this person is comfortable with that right now. Doesn't mean that they won't be in the future. I feel like they're very, very focused on you. Okay, so you are going to be the favorable influence in this particular connection. So ultimately, I feel like this person will probably come your way, will probably come to the same ideas that you have now, based on their experience with you in a relationship or in a connection. So the happier the connection is, the happier the connection stays, the more memories you make. I feel the more likely this person, you know, allows things to come to light more easily, talks about future more easily, doesn't want to take shortcuts. And what I mean by shortcuts, like having all the joys and pleasure of a connection today, and being comfortable taking that from you. But the fact that they don't want to talk about commitment or anything in the future, it might start to build resentment in you. I almost feel like you help this person overcome that before it gets to the point of resentment, because you're showing up in this position. All right, you are the favorable influence here. So what is it that you can do to help this person or this connection? All right, so we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. When the Knight of Cups is in the reverse, it's actually, it can mean that somebody is very overwhelmed emotionally, or even depressed. I feel like the way that you can help in this connection is not to let this person get overwhelmed emotionally in this connection. Again, you are the favorable influence here, and I feel like letting things happen organically between the two of you, not trying to force anything, because I feel like this person could get very overwhelmed emotionally, and that like moves them away from you. So I feel like that's important information there. So what do we have here? What this person must do to be a part of your life. Okay, so we've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. What they need to do, this person might be a little bit of a glass half empty type of person. Okay, they're always going to see the negative before they see the positive. Okay, and there's a need for that for some people to be like that. Okay, they're going to see, you know, if you're buying a house, they're going to see everything that's wrong with that house. You know, even if it looks fantastic, they're the ones that are going to see the little nooks and crannies. So there's value to having, you know, somebody like that with you, especially if you're a glass half full type of person, which I feel like you are. So what this person needs to do, I feel like, is to balance. You know, when this card is in the upright, it's all about the new opportunity. What am I going to do with this new opportunity? This person might be asking themselves that, you know, what am I going to do with this fantastic new opportunity with Gemini? But at the same time, when this card is in the reverse, you know, a lot of times, you know, this card is kind of dichotomous. There's the opportunity and there's also the limitation. This person is looking at possibly how this connection creates limitation for them. This person might be somebody that really likes their freedom, generally speaking. So what they need to do, you know, in order to be a part of your life, I feel like, is balance this energy. I don't feel like it really works for you if this person is always the person that has to point out the negative. So they need to balance their ability to see limitation and also to see opportunity. Because if they don't do that, they're probably not going to stick for you. Okay, eventually that's going to annoy you. Eventually that's going to not be a good thing for you. All right, so, excuse me, ultimately, will you be happy with this person? Ten of Pentacles says absolutely. Okay, this is something that absolutely could work. It feels like moving slowly is the key, so this person doesn't become emotionally overwhelmed. You know, what both of you define as relationship, I feel like, is going to come up at some point. You know, how you see relationship. It might be one of you likes to be together all the time and the other one, you know, likes more time on their own. All right. And that's perfectly okay. It's just, again, going back to balance. How do we look at that situation? You know, but Ten of Pentacles says, you know, that there's an opportunity for complete abundance here between the two of you. This feels like a really good match. You have the opportunity to grow together. This can be a card of long-term commitment, even though right now this person might be a little sketchy on commitment or even talking about it. It does have the potential to grow into this, and it's because you are a favorable, positive influence over this person, okay? The light always wins over the dark. So whatever darkness this person tends to carry, your light, I feel, will pull them out of that. All right, so let's get some oracle cards and then we'll see where we need to clarify here. This is kind of a neat little deck. All right, so what do we have here? Ooh, erotic bliss. Wow. Erotic bliss. So where do we see that? I feel like that is right here with you. Okay. And then what do we have? All right, we have sweet surrender. Okay, so what I'm doing here, so we have the number 28 here, which breaks down ultimately to the number 1, because 2 plus 8 is 10, okay, and 10 breaks down to a 1. So this is what we need to explore. You know, if we can't get specifics from the number, then we're going to the words. Erotic bliss with lovers absolutely goes hand in hand. All right, so what it is that we need to explore here is this moon because it's darkness, it's hidden, right? And that's about the potential. Does this person have the potential to be the one? Well, we don't really know. So that's why we are exploring this. Because it's interesting that this card says sweet surrender, right? That's exactly what this person really needs to do because they feel connected with you. You know, part of them needs to surrender to that idea. Maybe they're very used to having a certain amount of freedom in relationship, or they're very used to just being on their own. All right, so it's about surrendering to the connection. So what do we have here? Wheel of Fortune. Well, Wheel of Fortune is destiny, right? So we don't really have a lot of say in our overall destiny. There are about 7 points in our life where have been pre-planned. And what this is saying to me is that there's something about this connection for the two of you that has the universe's plan all over it. You took part in that before you came here. All right, so it's not just the universe, it's you and this person agreed upon this plan in some way. So there's destiny attached to this connection. And then we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like it's pointless for this person. I feel like to fight this. Okay, I don't feel like this person has a lot of fight towards you. I don't feel like they want to fight towards you. I almost feel like they feel it's a losing battle, and it's definitely a losing battle to fight destiny. Okay, so that's probably why that person feels that way. This person feels very drawn to you. They might not understand why. They might be very emotionally overwhelmed by this. This connection might have happened in a kind of an unexpected way for your person. All right. So just because somebody starts off having a little bit of resistance towards you doesn't mean that they ultimately won't come around. I feel like this person absolutely feels the connection with you. So when we're looking at favorable influences, which that is you specifically, you are a very favorable influence over this person. And I feel like you do it through this erotic bliss. All right. You might be very sexually attractive to this person. So let's see. What do we have? The Magician. Wow. So I feel like ultimately this is somebody that you could have wrapped around your finger. Okay, because you bring joy and pleasure and love into this person's life, unlike any experience they've had in the past. You ultimately become so different in comparison to what this person has experienced in the past. It's like they have no choice but to follow destiny here. One more here on the Magician. 6 of Pentacles. Okay. That is not what I was expecting. Isn't that weird? 6 of Pentacles. And this is coming up under, favorable influences. So whenever the 6 of Pentacles comes up, right, it's about giving to more than one energy. It might be giving to more than one person. I almost feel like in this particular case, this person sees how you give to people in general, how you might give selflessly to people. And I feel like that might be something, including them, and that might be something that this person really hasn't seen or experienced for themselves. I feel like that is, like, this quality about you only helps this person to open up and give more of themselves. I'm not really feeling giving to 2 people. I feel like more like this is about you just being able to give of yourself naturally. You give your energy easily, your positive energy easily to other people. And that ultimately, when this person sees that, that's a very positive, favorable influence on them. All of this is very favorable coming from you. It's like you work your magic. You are the magic for this connection. Okay? You know, your ability to attract this person, I feel like draws this person in. You also enjoy, you know, being emotionally and physically intimate, which I feel like also builds up this person's confidence too. This draws them in, but it's not just about this. It's truly about how giving you are. You might be very giving in this setting, but I also feel like you're giving in other varieties of settings that really allows this person to follow their destiny. So you can see how important it is to truly be who you are, because you might have been connected to this person or placed with this person, or they might have been placed with you. There's some reason that you're going to benefit from being with this person as well. We're talking more because you showed up in this particular spot, how you're going to pull this person in, pull this person out of seeing things maybe from a negative perspective, which is something they might be really good at. That might be part of what they do in their job. You know, they might be an auditor. They might be, you know, somebody like somebody who does inspections, or they might be, you know, they could be in the medical field looking for, you know, things that are wrong with people. You know, chances are this person might have a job or a career that does that, and it trickles into their personal life as well. All right. So, Gemini, that is what I have for you as far as this person being the one. Definitely a possibility here, a strong possibility. You know, where you could go wrong is if you withdraw. You know, if you withhold, if you withdraw, you know, if you don't show this beautiful side of yourself, if you hold back on this, that's where this connection could get sticky. I feel like right now it's about helping this person become more comfortable in a brand new type of connection for them. I feel like that'll come out in this relationship. You know, they'll tell you at some point that you are completely different from anybody that they've ever been with. And that's why there's potential for this being the one. All right? All right, Gemini, if you're looking for a deeper, more personal reading, certainly reach out to me. If not, no worries. I will talk to you next time. All right? Thanks so much. Bye.